prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. It mean I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna fuss, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go lose and then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. Shake a pig, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Stop.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in me.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. First carry now for Benny Snell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Snell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Benny Snell, the ball.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And the Steeler first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Snell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. First carry of the game for Jaylen Samuels. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And it's third down.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
Jaylen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop. And it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, report.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He's across midfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, tight.
Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there. 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tackle made.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
Second and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
Baltimore.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second down, Samuels. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Good tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Check 26, check 26. Check both of them.
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
James Washington.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Ben to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this one's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to air one out. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Roethlisberger quickly to the flat, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run with Snell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. 20! And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second and goal from inside the 5. A run for Snell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Steelers 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Shea on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Gardner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
55 mark, guy, 55. Yeah, let's go set lunch.
From the gun, Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Second and goal at the Steelers' 19-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll still have a third and goal down despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He may try and run for this. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I think we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2. But it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. Two-point try fails. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
27 on the play.
A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run the counter. Snell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson on 1st down. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
A throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room. Mark 54. Mark 54. No. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. All day, baby. All day.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore.
Punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Starting the drive with Snell. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And a Steeler first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Snell. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Steelers.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught at the 7th. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. From
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Ben Roethlisberger is sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the gun, Jackson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Roethlisberger will throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left with Snell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Snell yet again. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Snell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
James Prochet on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a give here to Snell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They're going to run again with Snell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Watt. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try.
A 31-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Raven.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Now a carry for Dobbins.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
And 8.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Lining up for
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
The ball carrier.
Jalen Samuels with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
16.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Vince Williams.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Dobbins, the ball
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Today's final score, Steelers 41.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top.